Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. Just having a quick, first of all, I'll have a quick look at the ASX 200, and I think generally speaking, that chart looks absolutely stunning. Just the way it's moved, it's had this big move up. It's come back. It hasn't even touched that short-term happy line. And again, you see that swing high just bounced straight up from that swing high. You can see the level here. Just came back, bounced, bang, up she goes. So I think the market is looking really, really good. And if there's ever going to be a chance, possibly to, test out that 6,000, possibly over the next 2 or 3 weeks, it could be it. Um, what we need to do, I think we added, is get some more trending stocks on, really. We added BHP today. Two reasons. First of all, we like that long-term chart. You know what we always say to ourselves when you see a chart like that, why wouldn't you buy that? Again, got sold off for the last 2 weeks, found a bit of support, it's bouncing up very, very nicely. And look at that short-term chart. Again, what a lovely short-term, really nice swing to it. Came down a little bit, punched its way back up again. Got a nice little MACD signal. You know it's what is it? We put on at 26.48. We think it should at least retest that $28 level. So I think it looks very, very good. As do nearly most of the trending stocks at the moment. Not sort of putting the lights out with strong movements, but again, we're buying these off weekly charts. We just feel at the moment, although I didn't buy, BHP was brought off a daily chart today, but generally speaking, we're buying these stories off weekly charts, so they are a little bit more safer but slower. And but everything, what a great price movement today with corporate travel. Came down, hit that sort of blue happy line, bounced off it absolutely beautifully. Nice sort of little green candle today, and I think this will bounce up and do even better. Obviously, we're waiting on reporting season. TWE looks absolutely stunning. Again, that's a great sort of really good price movement. Looks very, very strong. ALU, again, great company with strong double-digit earnings growth. Beautifully really holding these sort of the short-term trend lines, so I think it looks absolutely fine. I think my favorite trending stock, it's one we've trended quite a few times over the last few years, but Aristocrat, again, in 4 years this has hardly really ever broken a really aggressive 20-day moving average, and look, it's just holding above it, starting to work off. I mean, most analysts I think I've got about $18 target prices and $19 target prices on Aristocrat. It's a great company, plenty, got some good earnings coming out of America, great earnings growth, and really, I think, a solid little company, and really happy to be trending that one at the moment. It looks great. ALQ, again, already paid us a 15% dividend, but sort of holding those trend lines, and we are expecting this hopefully to have a move fairly soon. BAP, again, one we've been in a little bit too. We've trended this one a number of times last year, and again, bouncing off that sort of really short-term happy line. So I think Babcock is certainly looking very, very good. Ramsay Healthcare coming back. It's been doing this with us recently, playing around with this sort of long-term trend lines, but again, I think it's starting to look very, very good. Hansen, again, looking very, very, very strong. So, and obviously these two little gold stocks, Northern Star and Evolution, we've got a sort of a strong bias towards gold at the moment, and I think a little bit of that is, you're looking around the world at the moment, you're looking at all these issues in Europe, and I do expect, I think over the next sort of 2 or 3 months, the fear of Europe will give a lot of support to the gold price. Also with Trump's actions, no one's quite sure what he's going to do tomorrow. I think definitely gold should be a good place to hold part of your portfolio, and at the moment those gold stocks are trending up very, very nicely anyway. One stock that is giving us a little bit of headache, Domino's. The reason being, it's nothing to do with the earnings growth. This is on a high P, but the newspapers are giving it such a hard time every single day. They hammered it over the weekend. They're really having a sort of a serious argument at the moment with the CEO of this company, which is annoying because you can see it's really sort of affecting the actual trend of the stock. And I think Fin Review were giving it a hard time last week, and then over the weekend, the Telegraph were giving it another hard time. But you know what? I don't think there's a stock in the ASX that could hold such criticism and still hold up fairly well. I think she'll report very well on Wednesday, and I think Domino's will have a move up. And we'll have to see if once we get into a decent profit on Domino's, even though normally I might prefer to hold it, we might have to start taking some profits on it just till at least we see these newspapers back off a little bit. I'd say the weekly buy and sell signals just absolutely stunning as normal. You know, I think I was as surprised as all of you. I never realized, I knew Equity Story how much people love the weekly buy and sell signals, but I never realized till we did the results that over 2,200 calls we've averaged in 4 weeks, over 91% returns on these calls, which is extraordinary. But again, if they don't really click the first week, it's generally by the third and fourth week they tend to start doing really, really well, and sometimes by the second week. So again, just looking at some of the stories that we put on, which had what we call classic buy signals. Magellan had a great move up there. I think at one stage up about about 3%. ORA having a nice move up again today. See it going straight for that buy signal, bang, looking very good. CGC again having a great move today, up through that buy signal. I think AZJ was up something like 8-9% at one stage, and again went straight for that buy signal. We actually this one we wouldn't have made money. It actually bounced before the open, but you can certainly see the charts really did pick up that momentum on Friday evening. A strange little one, Medibank Private again starting to look really good on the charts. Okay, BAP we talked about. Mineral Resources, I think it was up 4 or 5% today at one stage. JBH, they're another stock that had a big move up today. I think it was 6-7%. GWA starting to move up nicely, and ASB. So, these stocks are amazingly successful. These are classic signals. And I was interested, like last week, that I thought the bullish shares were actually performed. It wasn't a normal Equity Story real jump ups, but look what happened the second week. SVW, which was up, what did that do? That was up through the roof last week as a bullish stock, and then that was what it did last week. And this week, first day it's done another 4%, but LYC up 14%. SXY up 7%, DWS up 8.3%. Obviously, Mineral Resources was up 4%. Again, and A2 Milk, there's one of our favourite 3-year growth stories. And saying the other day that I think this is just going higher and higher. What a great looking chart! It looks absolutely stunning. So, again, this was a movement the following week, and you can just see how those weekly buy and sell signals are really stirring the market, and a lot of people are talking about them. We're having a lot of people phoning us up. Had a few people from the press really interested in how we're doing these calls. So we're getting a lot of attention at the moment, Equity Story, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but anyway, time will tell. Anyway, I'd like to sort of thank you for listening to Equity Story, and I look forward to bringing you this report tomorrow night. Thank you. Good night.